Hi everyone, Ironclad Cobra here and welcome to another R36H video. In the previous video, as you've seen, I've just done a quick unboxing, first impressions. Today I'll showcase the operating system that comes stock with the device, and I'll also show you a quick guide on how to have Amber Lake, the Linux custom firmware. As I mentioned in the previous video, it's the same steps as I did or I showed on having it on the R36S because it's the same specs and features. So let's have a look. I'm just going to power the device on. So this is the user interface. Oh, that's quite cool. Okay. It's a perfect. It seems it's a modified version of ArkOS, as you see here. Okay, so it has Capcom. Let's have a look. Capcom 2, 3, Arcade, MAME, 2003, PC Engine, Famicom as well, Super Famicom, NES. SNES, N64, wow, okay, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, NDS as well, Sega Mega Drive or Genesis, Sega Dreamcast, Sega Game Gear, SNK Neo Geo, PlayStation 1 or PSX, PSP, SCUM VM and settings and all games and favorites as well. Okay, as I mentioned guys, the Rockchip 3326, don't have high expectations. It plays up to PSP, PS1, Dreamcast or N64, but only the 2D or the easy titles. So if you are planning to play anything lower than that, this is a perfect device. As I mentioned in the previous video, don't expect high build quality because at the end it's $30 to $35 US device. Okay, this is the budget king of horizontal 3.5-inch screen devices with RK3326. The OS, the stock OS seems fine. As I said, it's a modified version of ArkOS, another Linux custom firmware. But I'm going to shut it down, take out the SD card, and then have the SD card that I installed on my R36S, which is the Amber Lake, and let's see if it will work on this device too. So let me just take out the micro SD card that I installed in my R36S. This has the same image as the Ambernic RG351MP, as you see. This was the pre-release build, but I'm sure now they have an official or probably an updated build as well. So as you see, the label is facing up. I'm using Samsung Evo Select 128 gigs. I think for these types of devices it should be fine. So I'm going to put it here. And then let's take out the stock OS or the stock SD card here. I'm using a pin. Okay, so this one actually the label is facing down, as I mentioned. You know, in the R36S the label was facing up, the micro SD card. Here the label is facing down. So it comes with 64 gigs of space. It has the OS operating system, which is ArkOS custom firmware Linux, and it has a couple of games on it. So we are using here one micro SD card setup. Normally you can use, as I mentioned, dual micro SD cards, one for the OS in TF1 and one for your games in TF2, but I think I'm just going to use one micro SD card setup. Now before I start, As I mentioned, the steps are the same. Just make sure to download the latest or updated build for the RG351MP from AmberOLEX wiki or website. I'll include everything in the video description. It's exactly the same steps as I did in the R36H video. I'll include that video as well in the video description or the link. Have the build, unzip it, because normally when you download it, it's a zip file. You need to extract it or unzip it to get the image file or build. Then have a micro SD card, you know, whether 64, 128, as big as you want. If it's a brand new micro SD card, you don't need to format it. If it's used micro SD card, you need to format it. You can use SD card formatter as well. Once you have the micro SD card in your PC, make sure to use Balena Etcher or Rufus to burn or copy or write the image, the build of AmberOLEX on the micro SD card. I'm using Rufus, but both are possible. So have the app Balena Etcher or Rufus to burn and copy the image on your micro SD card on your PC. Then take out your micro SD card from the PC, put it in the device, switch on, wait a couple of minutes to extend the file partition, because AmberOLEX will do the partitions, and then just shut down, take out the micro SD card, and then it will be ready to copy your ROMs and BIOS. Everything will be in the video description. Once you put it back on your PC, you will see the file partition of the games or ROMs. You can copy your ROMs, you can copy your BIOS files, and then put it back on your device. So this has already been done in the previous video that I showed you how to set it up on the R36S. So let's see if it will still work with the H as well. So I'm going to put it in the device now, label facing down, like this, in the first or in TF1, as you see. Press it gently, or could it be label facing up? No, it should be label facing down. Okay, now we got it. So I'm going to use a pin here as well to show you. Just press it gently inside until you hear the click, and there you go. Now if we power it on, AmberOLEX should work. So let's go. There we go. Let's give it a time. It's the first boot up, so it might take a bit longer. So I guess it's taking longer than I expected. It's probably not gonna work. I was expecting that, you know, since it's the same specs and screen and chipset as the R36S, it should work, but apparently not. Okay, so I'm going to take out my micro SD card, the custom firmware that I did for the R36S, and I'm going to put back the stock OS. I'm just going to test the audio quality for you, so let me just do this in a minute. Okay, so there we go. I'm shutting down the device, or forcing shutting down the device. Okay, let's take the micro SD card out that I had AmberOLEX on it for the R36S. There you go. And I'm going to use now the stock OS that has ArkOS on it, just to give you an idea of the speakers or the audio quality, and maybe do a quick gameplay for you. Okay, as also you noticed that the D-pad is at the bottom. Normally with some of Ambernic and Retroid devices, you have the two analog sticks inlined, but this one is similar to the Odin, as you see the layout. So if you have a preference for the D-pad, at the bottom, this could be a good device as well. So now let's turn on the device and do a quick gameplay. I love this beautiful and funny and friendly interface with the Gamer Boy animation. As I said, this is a modified version of ArkOS, as you see here, with emulation station at the background or back end. So I think we can give it a try. What shall we try? Should we try PlayStation 1 maybe? Oh, they have the box art installed as well, which is really good. Or shall we give it a try with PlayStation? What games do they have here? Assassin's Creed, okay. Let's try GTA and see how it works. Wow. Wow, the audio is louder than I expected, which is really good. Let's see. As I said, don't have high expectations.
If plans change, I'll let you know.
For this chipset. There's a bit of stuttering, as you see. Okay, so the audio quality is really good. There was a bit of stuttering. As I said, this chipset doesn't play PSP very well. So if you don't have high expectations, this is still a great device. Okay guys, I think that would be for today. This is the horizontal budget king, the R36H, 30 to 35 US dollars from AliExpress with free shipping. So thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And always remember, we don't stop gaming because we grow old. We grow old because we stop gaming.